Pandava, another name for Arjuna. So Krishna is talking to Arjuna here. Know yoga to be that which they call as sannyasa. So yoga and sannyasa are not different from each other. None indeed becomes a yogi without renouncing sankalpa. Sankalpa means thoughts. Now in the context, we're talking about thoughts that disturb your mind. You remember we said, when you're disturbed, when you're agitated, it's not a natural state. You will be worried, anxious. So most people who get into action, there's a lot of stress, strain, worry, anxiety. Now how do we function in this world without these anxieties, without the stress, without the strain? How do we do it? So he says, to be a yogi, one who is disciplined. Now first of all, to understand these terms, let us put it in a different way. Imagine there is this graph of human development, evolution. On one side, you have people who are enamored by this world of things and beings. You know, the world is so fascinating. There's so many things that can engage you in this world. There is name, there is fame, there is money, there is recognition, status, so many things. Not to talk of various objects, better homes, better cars, better clothes, better, holidays, so many things that you want to do. So it's very, very fascinating, this world. So what are you doing? You're earning. For what? To be able to get more and more of the world. And this is never ending, like we said. Richest man, he wants more because he's got a lot more desires. See, earlier you did not know much. Now that you know that there are many things that you can enjoy, your desires also keep increasing. And now you have to satisfy your new desires. Now to satisfy your new desires, you have to have that much more wealth. So you have to keep earning more and more. This will never end. Now we are not saying don't earn. Please, whatever you want to do, that's your life. But we're talking about your internal attitude. That's all we're discussing here. If you have a capacity to earn, go out and earn. But what do you want to do with it? How do you deal with it? How do you deal with your personality? So we have one set of people who think, look, I have one life. I want to go all out and enjoy everything. There are people. And they go all out to enjoy. Find out if they are happy. Every possible experience they want to have. By the end of it, they're exhausted because they've hurt themselves so much. And in the Bhajagovindam by Adi Shankaracharya, he says, even a grand old man who is now no hair on the head, he's toothless, he's not able to stand by himself, walking with a stick. Even such a person is riddled with desires. What has happened is the body has become old. The mind still has desires. So he's not happy, he's more frustrated now. Earlier, when you were young, you could satisfy yourself. Go out, because the body is there to help you satisfy your desires. But as you grow older, the desires don't become less. They multiply, but the body can't cope. So you're far more frustrated when you get older and not lead a disciplined life. This is the story of many a human in this world. That you can call them bhogis. Bhogis are those who are fascinated by this world and take the world as an end in itself. See, some of us must think. Some of us must think. I don't know if it appeals to you, because you've come first day, you heard meditation, you heard all nice things, and this lady is talking all different things, never talked about meditation, you may be disappointed. But I have to build your understanding. We have to slowly understand what this whole technique is about. So let's start with where we are. See, some of us must think, you've come into this world alone. Right? When you go, who are you taking? Don't look at your wife, she's not coming with you. Because somebody is looking. Not your best friend, no. Nobody comes with you. You come into this world alone, you go alone. And what are you doing this whole life? Oh, I have to get here, I have to get there, I have to get this, I have to become this. You're doing all this, all right. You've earned a lot of money, name, fame. Are you going to take that with you? All the money that you've earned and you're saving. What are you going to do? You can't take it. In fact, people are waiting for you to go to take it. You can't take it. So your name, your fame, nothing you take. The only thing that you can possibly take is one of two, knowledge or ignorance. That's it. And what are we doing with relation to knowledge? Next to nothing. Next to nothing. A few days. Today, first day you've come. I don't know how many will have the stamina to continue till we finish the chapter. I'm not expecting you to come back, but it's an attempt. See, in the good old days, they went to the Himalayas to learn. For you to come in the traffic is worse than the Himalayas. Big effort. But 5 days, a little bit of service, a little bit of sacrifice you do, you probably will pick up something that you can use in your life. It's up to you. So, to be able to set those attractions and say, I will learn something, is a sacrifice. How many can do it? It's learning. That itself puts you apart from the bhogis who are lost in this world. That's why we say he's a yogi. So who is a yogi? A yogi is anyone, a person in the world, full of desires maybe. You've got all your aspirations and ambitions, but you've got one difference from the bhogi. I've got to find out, what is this life all about? Okay, I'm not an animal, I'm not a plant, I'm a human. What is so special about being a human? What is it that I have to achieve in this lifetime? If you have that question, it's a deep question, and you're willing to find the answer, you set yourself on that path. That is a yogi. So he's in the beginning of the journey, and then he says, yoga is sannyasa. They're not different. A sannyasi is one who has tried and tested this knowledge. He has tasted the knowledge. He has taken in the knowledge. He's living it in his life and found that nothing in this world is worth it as much as this knowledge. Because if you have the knowledge, you may or may not have the world. You will still be a happy person. If you have just the world, you may have all the world, you may be miserable. So the knowledge helps you to live your life. Sometimes the world goes along with you. Many times it goes against you. But you have the strength to handle all that the world offers you. So that is a sannyasi, one who is well established on the path. You can't buy him up. You can give all the attractions of the world. It's not that he's not interested. So there are some people who say, I don't want the world, I don't want wealth, because they're incapable of earning. So that guy is not worth it. He's a useless fellow. He doesn't know how to earn. If he has given up wealth, it has no meaning. But if you have the capacity to enjoy and then keep it at bay, that shows you are a person of character, of strength. You know the value of a good car, but you're not disappointed if you don't have one. You know the value of a good home. It's not that you don't know. And you're capable of earning. You can get it. But you don't have the value. See, in our Shastras, King Janaka was said to be a man of renunciation. He was a king, meaning he had all the wealth. He had the best quality of life, But he was not enamored by it. He was not sold. One part of him knew all that he was going through has no meaning. Wealth has a place, but it's not everything. Name, fame is there, but it won't last. Today people put you on a pedestal. Tomorrow the same people will bring you down. Don't be disappointed. Today the children look up to you. Tomorrow they'll be too busy for you. Don't be disappointed. So you're fully prepared to face anything in life. That comes from knowledge. That's a sannyasi, a person who's well established in the higher knowledge, as a result of which he remains unaffected. None indeed becomes a yogi without renouncing sankalpa. Sankalpa is this constant desiring for the world. So your thoughts keep running into the world helplessly because you can't control it. There's nothing else to fall back on. So with a little knowledge, what will happen is your thoughts are redirected to something higher, as a result of which the fascination that you have for the lower is gone. You can still have it, but you're not enamored, you're not affected, you're not carried away. You understand the true value of things. That will happen if you set the right direction.